you, this is part 2. And I'm gonna put this out in a mini part series because, I mean, the other guys, they did a really nice job of explaining how they were at Hoonigans and where they're at Hoonigans now and what they're doing in the future. But it seems like, I don't know if they gave out all the information you guys want to hear. So by doing this in a couple parts, I want you guys just to comment, the people that do watch these videos, and any questions, open. Any questions you guys want to know how big this is, how long that is, who did this, what happened where, ask them. I'll answer. I have true transparency. Nobody holds anything over my head. I don't have a job in the future. In fact, I've already probably thrown that job out the window at this point. So ask me anything and I'm gonna answer it. And to not bore you guys any longer, let's just see if this thing runs. And then we're gonna go pick up some rims and tires for that. At the point, I'll talk to you guys a little more about Hoonigan. Let's see, it's been a while. It sounds like it's gonna run. Alright, so part of part 2, we're gonna go do stuff. Because I know you guys are gonna get bored if I just talk about Hoonigans and I don't do anything. Funny thing about this isn't my van. I'll probably show this on here because this is a good friend of mine from when I was younger. I've been a car guy since I was 15 and a half. 16, I had a Volkswagen bus. So that was my first car. Not as cool as this bus, but a bus. One of my 16-year-old friends went out and bought a bus, cooler, this bus, and is now fixing it up. What we just did, my son did for him, is put 4-wheel disc brakes on it. These cars, normally if they're drum brakes, which is the old school brakes that you kids don't know about, when you step on the brakes, the car just goes, and you're like, ah, 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 the whole time. Disc brakes take that away. And this now has a disc brake kit on it, and it is perfect. So, hey, and the best part is, I told the kid to put a seatbelt on when he got in here. There's no seatbelts. Oh! It's alright, it's lowered. Oh yeah, you know about that manual transmission. You feel all 36 horsepower putting you back? Woo-wee. So this is a 63 Volkswagen bus. They're really pricey. Really cool car. Doesn't go fast, doesn't drive very great, but you look super cool in these. Back to Hoonigans. So we got back from, let's start with Holly LS Fest. We went to Holly LS Fest with the T-Bucket, and that was the first time Brad put his foot in his mouth, because I'm really good at putting my foot in my mouth. Anything I can do is my foot outweighs my ass, or my mouth outweighs my ass. That's because I don't weigh very much, it's easy to do. We went to Holly LS Fest, and the T-Bucket, from sitting and E85 was messing up the injectors. So when we went to perform for the T-Bucket, it was running on no cylinders. Now, give it to me and not any knowledge of being a rook, I was in a frantic pace trying to get things fixed and shit didn't work out, and I said something wrong to the Holly guy, the actual like mean Holly dude. It pissed him off. So sorry, mean Holly dude. That's still burning me to today. So sorry about that. Just bad timing. And when I say bad timing, that same weekend I found out my wife was cheating on me and I was getting a divorce. So I'm driving to Las Vegas, get a call, find out my wife's cheating on me, and now I'm in a divorce going to Vegas for Holly LS Fest. So there's life lesson number 1. Probably should have just turned around. So we get through Holly LS Fest. Brad puts his foot in his mouth to Holly. My bad. We go to SEMA. I destroy the motor, destroy the transmission, bend one of the front arms. Kind of got promised, hey, you know, you do a really good job here, we're gonna get you a motor. Never happened. So rule number 1 with life, you're not gonna get everything you probably promised or even what you're told, so don't count on it. And Hoonigans didn't ever pay for a motor for my car. Of all of my vehicles, Hoonigans never, ever, ever paid for one thing for my T-bucket. So, all the performing you guys did, it never got paid for. Thanks, Hoonigans. Now, we're back to home and why I decided to probably take part in leading Hoonigans. If you guys watch all the shows, they kind of stopped finishing things. Like they were building things, but things weren't getting finished or used. Anything they built, they would like get 3/4 of the way through it, and then it wouldn't get finished or get used. And it kind of was upsetting because in my life and all my builds, like they're budget builds. You get through the budget, you finish it, and you use it. And that was getting annoying to me, like literally annoying. And you guys can all go back if you're long time Hoonigan users, or Hoonigan users or losers, sorry, Hoonigan users, you'll see like the junk shit that we did with the BMW, the Miata, and we were beating the shit out of everything that we were building to like, it got like high end. They got like, or they were spending money on stuff like the Cole Camaro and the Donk and the stuff like that, but shit wasn't getting used. So what was the point? Now, hold on a second, I gotta run in the bank and grab some cash, so give me a minute. Life ain't free. I'll be right back. All right, we got the money, we're good. So back to life lesson. Coming back from Cena, going through a divorce. With a divorce with kid, you got child custody. So I've got child custody going on. I'm working for Hoonigan. I'm barely making ends meet because I went from a pay level, what I was used to a pay level at Hoonigan, which was a lot different. Had to give it up. I had to say, you know what, guys, I got to take a break. I got to go back to my regular job and catch up with at least finances and, you know, go and prove that I'm a good father, that I can take care of my kids and do all that. So you'll notice that's when I took a break from Hoonigans. Now I did come back and do the show where I did versus Vargas, which was absolutely fun. That was the show, I can't even remember what that show was, where we build something for $10,000 and we build against somebody, and I built the S10. And so I had been gone for a minute before I came back to build the S10, and they're like, hey, just come back and we'll do this really cool show, a build off. And the bigger reason why I came back was to build against Vargas. Like, I love the Vargas brothers, and to do anything with them is just amazing. And to talk about amazing stuff and builds, we'll go back, we'll ring back to that. In Hoonigans, when I was there as like we were building the junk and we were doing the YouTube stuff, there's a few people that I met that have literally been the coolest, the nicest, like real people in their life. For one, I'll start off with is Blake Wilkie. Blake Wilkie is probably the nicest guy you'll ever meet. And he is a true off-roader, true builder, true driver. Another person, god damn, and he scares me really, but he's actually super nice, but he still scares me, and he's a kind of a hero. BJ Baldwin. If you don't know who BJ Baldwin is, go look up who BJ Baldwin is. Absolutely badass. Oops. Badass. What? 1000, Bob 1000, Sprint 400, hammers, just countless number of badasses. Tanner Foss. Tanner Foss, super nice guy, super cool person. And I'm gonna forget a few people else, but like those people on the top of my head going to Hoonigans, I can't remember not meeting, like they're just awesome people. So thank you, Hoonigans, for the introduction to those people. And then there's also companies that you get to work with that's at Hoonigans. For one is like Motion Raceworks, the owner, Doug. Man, what a super cool person. Look, I didn't crash on that one. Who else? Darrell Coolers. Fantastic company. does great work. These aren't advertising this either. Nobody's paying me to say this. Nitrous Express. Oh my God. Super cool people, always work with us. And again, Long Beach Performance Manual. Super cool people. Awesome. Great people to work with. West Tech Dyno. Ish and Eric. Oh my God. Great people to work with. Super cool. And those all people were thanks to working with Hoonigans. So, super cool people to have in your life. Thank you. Again, now I'm back at my divorce. I'm back to work as a regular job. And you guys all know what I do for a regular job. I'm a plumbing and electrical and AC guy for Marijuana Grows. It's kind of a specialty thing. You know, like we deal with just the grows. Let me run in and see if he's got my tires. All right, so back to, I'm leaving Hoonigans, and it's not leaving Hoonigans permanently, I'm just taking a break from Hoonigans to catch up on life. I'm certifying my divorce. I've got custody of my children now. I'm back to my regular 9-to-5 job that pays great. Thank you, Stizzy. Everybody knows that I work for Stizzy. Stizzy is a magnificent company. They've taken care of me very, very well. So I'm back at Stizzy, I'm working. What's amazing is when you work, you can pay for parts. The whole time I was working for Hoonigan, I was scraping by, my shit was falling apart, I was living off my savings. It was tough. I went back to Stizzy, all my shit fixed. I had all my shit working again, I had money, I could do what I want. It was amazing. When I went back to go do the filming for Vargas, I got a kind of a taste of that other field again, and I was like, ugh, I don't know if I like this anymore, you know? For one thing, popularity doesn't pay. Just because you're popular, it doesn't mean you're rich. And just because you're popular doesn't mean you're gonna be rich. You know, it sucks. People coming by and doing burnouts at your house, people driving by and screaming and stuff, and it was easy to find my home when I was doing this all the time because I lived in the city that I worked in, and that made it kind of tough. So taking a break away from YouTube slowed down all that stuff that happened at my house. And I say that because a week ago, Gary, excuse my words, Gary came over to pick up my GTR, and some jackass in a Mustang comes and does donuts in our fucking lot right there, like right in the corner. They're like, they saw Gary and it was like, his nipples got hard and they were like, ew, in the shitty ass Mustang. And I'm like, see Gary, this is why we can't have GTRs in our driveway. Because you get over here with Mustangs doing dually things, you know? Not good. So we spaced that out, and Brad took a break. So just like Brad took a break, I'm gonna let you guys take a break, and we're gonna go to part 3. Part 3 is gonna be the end of Hoonigan for me and why I'm broke. Wow, this thing's popping like Papa Chulo. Jeez Louise. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, she's not running on all cylinders. She's running on like 6 or 5 or 4 3/4. Anyways, so the bobs and all of them, ooh, we are out of gas. That's exactly what it was.